What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Thursday, February 21st. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Chris Paul from the Houston Rockets playing the LA Lakers, who have the 5th worst defense overall, and they give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Chris Paul has scored 37, 44, and 50 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 37.6 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 33 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. Chris Paul is $7,600 DraftKings salary. He's $200 more on FanDuel, projected at 37.5 fantasy points. That's right around 5 times value. Chris Paul has 45 to 50 point upside. You saw it 2 out of the last 3 games. So I like Chris Paul here versus a bad Lakers defense. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I like Stefan Curry from the Golden State Warriors playing the Sacramento Kings, who have the 7th worst defense overall, and they give up the 3rd most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Stephen Curry has scored 46, 50, and 39 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 47.3 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 34 minutes per game with a 31% usage rate. Stephen Curry is $9,000 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel, projected at 45.1 fantasy points. That's 5 times value. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. I normally don't play a lot of Golden State Warriors players, but I like the price on Stephen Curry. I think the matchup is favorable, and I think Stephen Curry does enough to hit value here versus the Sacramento Kings. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Caris LeVert from the Brooklyn Nets playing the Portland Trailblazers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing small forwards. Caris LeVert has scored 36, 14, and 30 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 31 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 28 minutes per game with a 27% usage rate. Caris LeVert played 30 minutes last game, so with the All-Star break behind us, Caris LeVert should be playing over 30 minutes this game, flying under the radar at $5,100 DraftKings salary. He's $700 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. This projection is off because it's not taking into account his recent games coming back from injury, so I'm projecting him at 30 plus fantasy points, which is way over 5 times value here at $5,100 DraftKings salary. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. I love Caris LeVert here versus the Portland Trailblazers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? I like Harrison Barnes from the Sacramento Kings playing the Golden State Warriors, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing power forwards. Harrison Barnes has scored 45, 22, and 24 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 27.4 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 33 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. Harrison Barnes is $4,700 DraftKings salary. He's $1,100 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 28.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 6 times value. Harrison Barnes has been playing monster minutes. He's facing his old team, the Golden State Warriors, so you know he's going to get up for this one. I love Harrison Barnes here versus the Golden State Warriors. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Jusuf Nurkic for the Portland Trailblazers playing the Brooklyn Nets, who give up the 11th most fantasy points overall, and they give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing centers. Jusuf Nurkic has scored 27, 31, and 35 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 37.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 27 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. Jusuf Nurkic is $7,400 DraftKings salary. He's $700 more on FanDuel, projected at 36.8 fantasy points. That's 5 times value. Jusuf Nurkic put up 63 fantasy points in his last game versus Brooklyn. Centers versus Brooklyn, you hear it all the time. So I love Jusuf Nurkic here versus the Brooklyn Nets. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.